Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of Turks and Caicos tour. As I mentioned in my last video in a part 1 that I will cover a special guided tour for one of the really special place in my second part video. So here comes, this is a video regarding the Cheshire Hall Plantation, basically a cotton plantation. It's also important to know a little bit history about this place and the cotton plantation, how that people went through of that time and everything, and about the slavery. This is a Black History Month, so it's also important to know about this. So that's why I'm putting this separate video for you to watch. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel to watch videos like this and more. Thank you. So this is the streets, which can bring you to this Cheshire Hall Plantation, old cotton plantation place. Be careful because I missed it one time. It's not a big banner or something, so it's like really easy to miss. So you can bring your car. There is a parking inside, so definitely you have to go a little bit inside, and there is not a big huge parking spot, just I think 3 or 4 car you can park. So after coming here, I come to know that there is a guy who's sitting outside saying there is a mandatory fee, entrance fee for $15. But I think it's not. It's just saying it, but I don't want any issues, so I'm just buying it. I ask him for a receipt, so he's giving me this store receipt, just a blank one. So be careful. I think this is also one of the things you should know and learn, that sometimes in some places like this, what to bring, when to go, what particular time and everything. So you know just be careful.
Okay guys, welcome to the Cheshire Hall Cotton Tree Plantation. You can follow me. So the Cheshire Hall Cotton Tree Plantation, it's an old loyalist plantation set up in the year 1790 by Tom Stubbs. Now the reason we call it a loyalist plantation is because after the American Revolutionary War, Thomas Stubbs wanted to keep his British citizenship. So he left America and came down here to set up a plantation because his brother had already owned a different plantation on another island. And he had told him that setting up one here would be profitable.
Nice. So now what they grow on this plantation now?
This plantation is no longer active, but the cotton still grows here.
Oh, nice.
So these walls that we're walking along here, right, they were built by the over 7,000 slaves that once inhabited this plantation. They're made from limestone as well as conch shells.
Oh, man.
So first up we have the well. This well, it was the only source of water for the slaves on the plantation. If you take a look down, you can see it's about 30 feet deep.
Oh,
That's right.
oh yeah, it's really deep. Oh, nice. So they dig by hand or something like
That's
that?
right, with hand tools.
Oh, wow.
So here we have replicas of both the slave kitchen and the slave cabin. If you follow me, we can actually take a quick look on the inside. So here we have the slave kitchen. As you can see, everything in this room right now, it was dug up on site by archaeologists. If you look in this fireplace here, we have some metal buoys. Those were actually used in the waters to signal ships. And as you can see, the slaves turned them into pots to cook their food. Right here we have a hand-cranked corn mill. Fresh corn was deposited up here and it was grinded down into cornmeal. That was used to prepare the variety of dishes that the slaves would have enjoyed on this plantation, such as peas and halloumi.
Oh, wow. And this one used to be done by hand, right?
That's right.
Oh, this will work.
So here we have the slave cabin. During the 1800s, anywhere between 15 to 20 slaves were to spend the night in here. And they were not.
Wow.
That's right, and they were not provided with any furniture or anything of the sort. So all they had to sleep on were these dirt floors. And of course, right here we have some more stuff dug up on site by archaeologists. These are various items from the slaves' day-to-day lives. On this end, we have some footwear. The slaves, they were not provided with footwear. They would have to craft their own. These were made from rubber fig tree, and the rope portion was made from sisal plant.
Wow.
Over on this end here, we have some hot irons. The slaves have used those to press their clothing.
Wow.
Okay guys, so here we have the slave master's kitchen. So due to its high status, the slave master's food, it was not prepared in the slave kitchens we saw earlier. It was actually prepared out here in his own personal kitchen. And here we have the bell. This bell would ring whenever the slaves had to eat, sleep, go to work, or finish up work for the day.
Wow.
It was their only source of communication.
So that's where they notify basically the masters and everyone, right?
That's right.
Oh man. And these are the cottons.
So here we have the Sea Island cotton plant. Of course, cotton was quite common in places like the southern United States. However, this is unlike those breeds native to the U.S. because the Sea Island cotton plant, it was actually thought to be the superior from cotton.
Oh.
But due to an insect infestation as well as a hurricane that struck in the 1800s, the cotton industry in the Turks and Caicos, it was no longer profitable. So it had to come to an end.
Oh man. And which year they come to end, like?
So this plantation was shut down in 1822.
1822.
So here we have the main house. The main house, it's where Thomas Stubbs and later his brother Wade Stubbs would have lived. It's placed up here to overlook the entire plantation. So basically, as far as your eyes can see, that was Cheshire Hall, Thomas Stubbs' property.
Oh wow.
Okay guys, we're moving through here.
Yeah.
So here we have the washing and drying house. So the washing and drying house. It's where bales of cotton are cleaned. Of course, once the cotton is clean, it will be loaded onto the back of the donkey and then pushed out to the sea.
Okay. And how they transfer from here to there?
So, like I said, on the backs of donkeys, they would carry it out to shore.
Oh,
Then they
okay.
would take canoes, paddle it out to sea. Then the trading ships, the big ships, would lift it up and take it over to Europe.
Oh wow. So this was the main route to send the cotton to Europe, right?
That's right.
Okay.
So up here we have the cotton press base. The cotton press base, it's where bales of cotton were made. The cotton was compacted and compressed onto bales. That would have made it much easier to clean as well as store and transport.
Nice. Thank you. And they make it like a sheet, like when they press it, the cotton sheet or
They
something
make it
like.
like a box.
Oh,
Yeah.
So is there any cotton plantations which are active right now in Turks?
No, not in the Turks and Caicos. So here we have this structure here. As you can see, it is not original to the plantation. It was placed here much later. This is Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II's Golden Jubilee plaque. It was placed here in honor of her Golden Jubilee. During that event, she actually paid us a visit on the island of South Caicos, where we held many festivals in her honor, such as the donkey race and the regatta. We even still hold the regatta to this day. It is held in May.
oh, okay.
So here we have the cannon. Archaeologists believe there were once up to 13 of these cannons on this plantation at a time. However, since it was abandoned for a while, only this one was ever found again. And the reason Tom Stubbs needed all this firepower is, as you may know, piracy was very rampant in the Caribbean at the time. So he needed these cannons in case pirates came knocking on his doorstep.
Oh, but then they need it at the shore, right? Like, or the
So the effective range of these sorts of cannons is about 400 meters. So it could have hit the shore from up here.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice. Wow.
So here we have the administrative office of the plantation. As you walked in here, you may have noticed these slits on the walls here. Those were not just for decorations. At one point in history, they would have went to shelves. And these shelves, they would develop records of every birth, every death, and of course every marriage that occurred on this plantation. However, marriages were kept to a minimum. Marriages were kept to a minimum, as the slave masters didn't want the slaves to have a sense of unity with one another. And of course, Thomas Stubbs, he would have slept with a few of his female slaves. So that's the reason why marriages were often prohibited on this plantation. If we take a look up there, we have a stone engraving that reads February 3rd, 1967. And that is there because after slavery was long as it was abolished, just up on that wall there. No, this wall here.
That one.
No, this wall here.
Oh, this wall.
Yeah. So that up there we have
Oh, yeah.
February 3rd, 1967, and that is there because after slavery was long since abolished and this plantation was long since abandoned, a few descendants of those slaves, they decided to come back here and use this building as a telecommunications center.
Wow. So when the slavery ended in this island, like
August 1st, 1834.
1834?
Right.
Nice.
So here we have the communal / recreational area for the slaves. So on their days off, the slaves, they would come here to beat their drums and sing and dance and have a wonderful time off. However, the slaves, they only had 3 days off. These were Christmas, the day before that, and the day after that. And that was it. Like I said before, there were about 7,000 slaves on this plantation. Obviously, 7,000 people could not fit in this small of an area. So what happened is, if you couldn't fit within the boundaries of these walls, you were just not allowed to have the day off that day.
Oh man.
So here at the National Trust, we're not allowed to add or remove any plants from this local area. So everything you see here today would have been here during the 1800s, and the slaves would use a few of these plants to perform various tasks. So there's this plant here. This is the sisal plant. Like I mentioned earlier, it was used to make ropes as well as rugs. And this particular specimen is also known as the blue agave sisal plant.
Oh,
It is-
that's a liquid generally you have, right? Blue agave, the sugar type of syrup?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
So in places like Mexico, it's actually used to make tequila.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay guys, so up here we have the purebred cactus. That was also known as the prickly pear cactus. And it was used as a lather consistency and soap. And it was very good at washing your hair and skin.
Oh.
So here we have yet another stone engraving. As you can see, carved into this plaque, we have W. Stubbs, 1810. And that is there because in 1810, Thomas Stubbs found that this plantation was no longer very profitable. So he sold it to another plantation owner, his brother, Wade Stubbs. Okay guys, that'll be enough of our tour. Thank you for your time. If you want...